Love is a response to suffering, just like compassion. It's a potential that we have that's part of this profound stillness that I'm talking about. As it's lived in life, if we cultivate compassion and we see someone who's suffering, we're willing to help and we're moved to help if we can. And that's fulfilling because it partakes of our essence. And it's not mediated by thought. Thinking is important. Clear thinking, rational thinking, logic, reason, those are all important. They're not the totality of us. It's that profound essence that we're missing, the stillness of our pure awareness. And when we become still and aware of who we are on a profound level, we become more compassionate because its nature is to respond to suffering. So like with a child, we have a child and in some way that's hard to explain, we see them as us. If you love someone, it's as if you want to say, you know what, you're a part of me. We're one. We're deeply connected. And when you hurt, I hurt. The stillness that we are is aware of the pain and all of its intricacies, its causes and conditions, its nature, and is able to detach from it enough that it can be of service. It's that wisdom, that deeper wisdom, that informs how I act. And it isn't mediated by thought. If your child falls and breaks his arm, you're just going to help. You don't think about it. Maybe dad's watching a football game in the living room and he's vaguely aware of his kids swinging on the swings outside the window in the backyard. And little Johnny gets thrown off the swing and breaks his arm, starts crying. You'll feel it here, and you'll just be moved to help. And the urge to help, it doesn't mean that thoughts aren't going to arise. Sure, you're still able to navigate that world conceptually in an effective way. It's like your mind is naming things like window, swing, grass, all of it. But the movement arises from stillness, from your essence. And there's no why. There's no reason. And that's how it moves. And the part of us that's identified with the reasoning mind, the ego is involved in thinking and reasoning and calculating and, often trying to get ahead or whatever. That part sometimes has trouble letting go when we're moved from a deeper place because it threatens a certain kind of identity we've established for ourselves that's based in the mind. If I'm walking down the street and I see a stranger, that's a concept. You could say no one's a stranger, we're all human. I could see it's a human being. So to me, that's not a stranger. Maybe it's not someone that I know or I've met. But on the level of being, see, there's one ocean. Many waves, one ocean. So many humans, one essence, one truth, one reality. And I am that. That's in the Bible. Moses asks God what he should call him, and he says, I am that I am. That's the answer. We are that. It knows everything. And yet it's not a conceptual knowing. It's knowledge through identity. So the ocean knows what to do without thinking. Through meditation and other spiritual practices, we get in touch with our essence, this stillness within us, and it knows what to do. So if I'm walking down the street and I see someone hurt, I don't know if I'm going to help them or not. Literally, I don't know. Because the mind is going to survey the scene I'll have a sense experience. I'll see the person, see that they're hurt, and then my mind's going to try to figure out what's going on and what to do about it. Okay, those things, that's going on all the time. Sense experience and thinking. Again, not a problem, it's just going on. I know what to do by virtue of being that essence that is the same essence as the person that's hurt. It's not conceptual. It's not that a thought comes up and chirps in my ear, or there's some rational process. Again, that's going on the surface. Underneath that, or in its depths, in the stillness, being moved to help this person or not, because I may not. Compassion's a willingness to help. It doesn't mean that we do it necessarily. It's a willingness. So I'm willing. I'll become still and quiet and check in. It sounds like this process, like calculated process. It's more automatic. I find it to be automatic in the sense that it just kind of happens. It's beautiful. It's a movement in stillness or out of stillness. And there's a freedom in it that's spectacular, and that it's something that's our birthright. We have access to it. It's just poorly represented. So I'm trying to represent it now. The thing is, because it's not conceptual, knowing what we have to do is learn to let go of the conceptual part and have a detachment with respect to it. It doesn't mean that we can't think or we don't think. It means that who we are is not subject to thinking. It's like the ocean isn't ruled by waves. It's the other way around. You can't even have waves without an ocean, but you can have an ocean without waves. The reality is the ocean. The appearance is what's on the surface. So the reality is the I am, the essence, the beingness. Science can't establish anything as being absolutely true because it uses inductive reasoning. Awareness isn't like that. It just is. It's eternal, it's unchanging, it's who we are. And when we tap into it, again, how do we do that? Through meditation, basically. And meditation involves using the ocean analogy again. It's like being the ocean, being the stillness of the ocean, observing the waves. And there's a point beyond that where none of that makes any sense. It's just a metaphor. The stillness of your being is real, is utterly untouched by suffering and sorrow, even now. It's like a get out of jail free card.